Today, let's talk about Trey. What's up everyone, it's Shayne and I'm back today with another video. And today we're going to talk about house music, trade, and the M1. So first, before I get started, I made a little house beat using the M1. I'll play it and then I'll discuss the sounds that I use from the M1. Before I get into the sounds and things that I've used with the M1, let's talk about how house music has been all the rage and strong opinions over the last week or so. Because mainly two of the biggest artists in the world dropped house projects, which is Drake and Beyonce. And everyone has such strong opinions on it. Quickly, my take on it is I don't have a problem with it. Like, why would anyone else? It's two of the biggest stars in the world doing house music, doing black music, because house music is black music. It was started by well, I won't say two, but it was started by gay men, queer people. It was played in the clubs. It's Pride Month. It's music that uplifts. So why not? Like, why not embrace that? And like, people who make house music, I don't think you should have a problem with it because it's bringing attention to your genre of music. Once again, why would that be a bad thing? Why not explore other topics, you know? Like, and if you have a problem with like gay culture or black gay culture, it's 2022. Probably keep those opinions to yourself because you're gonna look like a fool. That's all I'll say about that. I didn't use any vocals in this, but if you're going to try, mainly I would use a black woman's voice in here because a lot of those tracks, it was black women singing on. Splice has what you need. You can start here and then explore from there. I use chords from the Honestly Nevermind pack that we have on cnpkits.com. You know, we always try to do the latest chords. I arrange the chords in a pattern that I liked and put it in a key that I like. I use the M1 piano, and I've never had the hardware version of the M1. I've only used the VST, but from my understanding, to get to the main sounds that everyone pretty much used in the night to create these type of tracks, you go to browser, you click on program, and then you go to card, and card 1, as you see, it's a lot of different cards and they're all here. And the majority of the sounds that I used came from this section right here. Some of the most popular sounds. I didn't really do anything, but I added EQ like onto the track. And then after that, I have another piano playing the same chords, but I just used the DX7. I used that piano because I liked how it sounded. That's the only time I deviated away from the M1 was for this. And you can probably find the Rhodes in the M1 as well. Vibes, which is just using the chord tones. I did add a vintage Valhalla reverb to this track, but that's it. And then we're going to go to the pad next, following the same as the vibes. It's just a pad. I added a lead. It's called The Fifth Time. I added some strings. which is once again following the chord tones. And I added a EQ to this one, and I'm just using the synth strings preset. And then the last two things is I had two different basses. I have like a picked bass, which is just following the root notes, which picked bass. And then last but certainly not least, it's probably the most recognizable sound in the M1 besides the piano, and it is that organ 2 bass right here. You hear it everywhere. That's it. Those are all the sounds in the M1 that I've used. The drums, and you know, for this type of house music, it's the 909. You know, it's plenty of samples, plenty of VSTs, you know, rolling as it. What I used is some loops from Splice. I was keeping it simple. You should do the same. And it follows, you know, your standard pattern, your standard dance pattern, which is the 4-to-the-floor kick on every beat, snares and claps on the 2 and 4. You can swing them some. The open high is on the 3 of each beat, crash is on the 1. You know, some tracks too, like you'll hear perk, you'll hear like, you know, toms and bongos and things and tambourines and things of that nature. I didn't add any to this. I just added like some snare rolls. So I'll play the drums all together so you'll see what that sounds like. So those are the drums, and that is essentially my take on 90s style house music using the M1. I hope you got some value out of it. I hope you learned something about the sounds. And if you're trying to do this, why not start here with that Korg M1? I think it's like 50 bucks or so. So thanks for checking me out. If you liked it or you didn't like it, let me know in the comments. You know, I'll respond back, and I will check you on the next one.